How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got a really awesome and interesting video for you today where I'll be showing off this really unique and really cool bit of kit. This is the Reaper's House RPG-26 tag firing rocket launcher. The RPG-26, also known by its alternative name as the AGLAN, is a single-use, disposable anti-tank rocket that is designed to be carried and fired by a single man in a unit. This particular model was first developed and created in 1985 under the Soviet Union. However, it is still in heavy use today with the Army infantry, and this model is a favourite of Ratnik and modern infantry impressionists due to it being seen heavily in use with various troops in Crimea and on other training exercises in Ratnik and modern EMR uniforms. What I've got here is a very faithfully recreated Airsoft replica of the original RPG-26 launcher. Now, this doesn't quite fire the same ammunition as the real thing, which uses a 72.5mm high explosive rocket charge in an anti-tank capacity and is capable of 440mm of armor penetration, up to 1 meter of steel penetration and around 1.5 meters of brick penetration. This, on the other hand, will get you a couple of airsoft kills. While the original thing has a maximum range of about 250 meters, I've been told that this can get a good 100-meter range on it, but we're going to try and test it today and see just what it does when we fire it. Now, this isn't the only variant that exists in real life. Unfortunately, it's not really something that can be recreated in Airsoft, but there is also the AGLAN 2 rocket launcher, which instead uses thermobaric heads and is very similar in style and use to the RPOA Schmel. However, that technically is classed as a man-powered single-use flamethrower rather than a rocket launcher. The AGLAN 2 is slightly heavier than this variant and has a reduced range of around 150 meters and is designed for use against infantrymen and structures, as compared to this model, which is anti-tank and used against vehicles and armoured structures. So, comparing this thing side by side to photos of the real one, it's actually a very faithful looking replica. The guy who creates these, Julian at Reaper's House, has really got the design down to a T, and this does use a mix of 3D printed custom components as well as some things like the main body being made of standard sort of PVC piping that you would find in a hardware store. It's very well made and it's a little bit plasticky feeling, but it's still sturdy and it's got a good design, it's got a good weight to it. Julian has also done a really good job of recreating the original labels and markings that are on the side of the rocket launcher. You can see those here. On the side of this as well, on the label, it does have original Russian instructions taken from the real thing that show you the 6 steps and safety instructions on how to prepare and fire the rocket. I'd also like to drop a big thanks to Ben for letting me borrow this. He's recently got it and he's only used it once or twice, so I'm really grateful for him to letting me have it today, letting me test it out and have a go with it before he's really got a chance to have a proper play with it. His link's also down in my description below. Go check him out as well. Now, this model actually can use any 40mm round that is designed for a MOSCART launcher or other airsoft grenade launcher, meaning that not only can it fire tag shells with an adapter, which is what we'll be doing today, but it also can fire your standard gas MOSCART in kind of a CQB environment, or equally, if you wanted to, you could fire something like a 40 mic out of this and really spray someone down. Now, when operating this, you will also be able to use the iron sights like on the real thing. To do so, we simply flip up both the front and rear, and it is now in the ready to fire position. You've got several windage and elevation points on the front, and when mounted on the shoulder, you can look through either the hole or through the little divot on the top of the rear sight to line up and fire your rocket. In order to arm and reload this airsoft version, we slip this band off here and pull this section out of the window. This is what's used to lock and unlock the tag round or MOSCART round, which is inserted through the front of the barrel and sits just here in front of the firing pin. We simply slot this in with the gas port end first. I've already got a round in the front of there, and it drops down and is visible here in this window. Then, using this the right way around, we push it in, and my friend has got this little bungee cord to hold it in place. Following that, you then remove the pin, which acts as the safety on this, and press the little red trigger to fire the device. Currently I've got no gas in here, but let's get that loaded up and let's see how this thing fires for real, shall we? Okay, so here we are for the test. We've now got this loaded with a dummy tag round, and let's give it a fire. I've got about 50 meters in front of me of clear room, so I think it might clear that, but I'm going to fire it quite low, so hopefully we skim it across the floor and see if it can clear that basically. Up on the shoulder, we're going to remove the safety pin from this side, and then it's just a press of this red lever to fire. Go. Oh, damn. So that's cleared the 50 meters that we had, at least. It did hit the floor some way down there, so let's go see roughly where it landed and see if I can find it in the bush. But that is brilliant. That is such a great thing to fire. So I'm just walking down with the camera handheld now, and you can see this is where I've fired it down. You can see behind roughly where the tripod is, where I fired it. So we've got a good way to go, and we managed to hit the ground roughly where this kind of stain is on the floor in front of us. This bit of sand on the floor. So I didn't fire it that high, it was aiming downwards somewhat, so it's dropped and hit the ground around here. Doesn't look like there's anything picked up. This wasn't an explosive round, so nothing that would have blown. But I did see it jump up, and it's bounced somewhere into these nettles. Let's see if we can push through them and find it at all. Here we go. Where are we? It's not picking up on the camera. Ow, fingers. There we go. So that's landed after a bounce here, and you can see where we are away from the tripod. That's a fair way that's fired. That's very impressive for something that is, you know, more or less made in a guy's garage. He's done a really good job at Reaper's house with this rocket launcher, and I'm very impressed with it. Hope you enjoyed this bit of a review and demo then, guys, of the Reaper's house RPG-26. I think this is a really great bit of kit, and for, I think it's 160 euros this costs from the guy. It's really well made, really well designed, and it works wonderfully. It gets some brilliant range with those tag rounds. Definitely, if it's something you're interested in, you know, you like your grenade launchers, you like rocket launchers, you want something to add a little bit of spice to your Milsim kit and Milsim gameplay, then definitely look at getting one of these from Julian. His link is also in the description below. I can't say anything but good words about this, guys. It's a really great bit of kit. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll have more coming in the near future. If you really like my stuff and want to support me, please drop a subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and like this video. I'll have more reviews coming, as well as stuff to do with kit, gameplay, and a lot of other stuff, so keep an eye out for that. Until next time, enjoy your day, guys. See you around.